Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy garden from a haunted chick like me with really, really, really cute dogs. I've got Ruby and Rooney with me tonight. Yes, no, maybe so, sometimes why, kind of free questions the first 15 minutes. We got $5 taco box. Even though it's not a general reading, you can ask 3 questions, up to 3 questions. Get 5+ cards for $5. And a spirit clearing with a singing bowl. Also, general readings start at $15 for 15+ cards. You can also get a more in-depth reading, $25, 25+ cards. You can get a Twinflame reading, $33, 33+ cards. Also, we're going to do Sunday Night Noir movie. I'm not sure what movie it's going to be. I'll probably go and look for it in just a moment. If you just found us and we are not live, go ahead and skip to the end for the free collective message. I always try to do a free collective message for anyone and everyone who maybe came by, got a reading, didn't get a reading, or maybe found us when we were not live. That's if the chat permits me to even make it to the end of the show. Sometimes we don't make it to the end of the show. YouTube will cut me off, and I'll spend no time doing a free collective message after being on for almost 3 hours doing tarot. Doing live free tarot, yes or no, for the first 15 minutes of the live. If anybody comes by to get a free reading. Also doing paid tarot readings, doing the taco box tonight. Doing the paid readings as well. No refunds, no e-checks. Please, no solicitation. Please don't make it weirder than it already is. A $5 taco box is 3 questions, 5 plus cards for $5. Plus you get a spirit clearing. Get a $10 past, present, future, as well as a $15 general reading. $25 plus cards for more in-depth readings, and as well as the Twinflame for $33. Let me help you shift your energy and your mindset so that you can have what you want in your life, whether it be a specific person, new love, house, car, job, money, so on and so forth. I can help you with love, career, money, protection, soulmate, twin flame union, help you make your dreams come true, help you get your ex back if that's something that you're into or you want to make happen. Also, please like the live. No like, no reads. Oh, hey, Chosen, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for coming by the Chammy. Also, I don't do timings, no health, no legal, financial, no pregnancy, no exam passes, no school pre-K to university success questions, nor interview success questions, and no end of time questions. If any of that stuff comes up in your reading, I will be sure to tell you. Promise. Hey, Sophie, welcome back to the Chammy. How are you, dear? Happy Sunday. How's your weekend been? I wore my shit-kicking hat. Part of my friendship, too. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. I thought I would come by and see how y'all are doing. See if anybody needed any help before I go AWOL with dinner and things like that. Yeah, I'm doing yes and no questions for the first 15 minutes of the live. So feel free to ask a question. Let's see what Spirit needs you to know about that. Spirit, do you see D? So Sophie's Cancer, waiting only or wanting only Sophie and not his ex, the Taurus. What does she need to know about that, Spirit? So you've got a 7 of Pentacles. No. This is definitely a no when it's reversed. I don't see him only wanting you in your connection. I see him wanting a lot more than just you. I see him wanting whoever can make him feel the most wanted. Like, this is a reverse. This is a very needy kind of energy in him. It's almost like the neediness is so much that they get it a little bit twisted in regards to really truly what give and take can be. So right now, you know, energy shifts. It always changes. So this could change in him tomorrow based on a song he hears, a poem he read. You know, 7 of Pentacles means that this guy isn't so hopeful for really anything, to achieve anything positive in his life at this time. They might be depressed. They might be a little bit down on themselves, like their self-concept in that 7 of Pentacles is weak. Yeah. See, I think if I was going to re-ask the question, maybe we'll ask it in a few days. I would ask if he wants anybody romantically. I don't think he wants anybody romantically right now in that card. Who knows what he's compensating for the times lost in anything that he feels he's lost in that divorce. So Astrid, you want to know if somebody romantically likes you? Make sure that you like the live. We'll go ahead and see if they romantically like you. Spirit, what does Astrid need to know about that? Does that person, Aaron, like Astrid romantically? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So this is the Mother Earth deck, and I'm using it because of the full moon energy right now. So yeah, they do in this Priestess of Wands. They do like you romantically. I hope that somehow helps. Keep me updated. But yeah, Sophie, if they're sad all the time, what does that do to you? Hi, Earth Angel. Long time no see, darling. I mean, it can't be making you feel good. Why do you want to be with someone who's sad all the time? I know you want to make him happy, but I mean, I broke up with my last boyfriend because he's a little she-bitch, and there's only room enough for one she-wolf here. So, we're still good friends, though. And I think that that person got happier because I did break up with them. It didn't ruin the friendship. It made the friendship better. It made the connection better. I think it made the connection stronger too. And it made us both happier in the long run. So, just because I broke up with them doesn't mean that I love them. Don't love them. Sometimes you break up with people you love too. Or set your boundaries and distances, even if you love them too. Maybe your person is going through that now, Sophia. Will Roy be going to prison? Oh, honey, that's a legal question. I can't answer that. I'm sorry you're going through something like that with a friend. Earth Angel. If you need someone to talk to about it, you can always email me. Any other questions you want to ask about your connection with them that you can think of before I close the portal for freeze? Spirit, what does Earth Angel need to know from this Mother Earth deck on this full moon energy night of the 25th now? What does Earth Angel need to know? Is Roy still in love with Earth Angel? Okay, there's a card that's upright. I'm going to grab it. So we've got the reversed Emperor. I don't think right now this person's in love with anybody in that Emperor card. I don't even know if they feel like they're capable of that right now. Okay. They may love many things, but in love, no. I think that it would be a wish come true to fall in love with you, though. I think to know that they're capable of it might, with anything or anyone, they might wish for that. So energy changes all the time, so be hopeful, okay? And keep me updated. I'm here for you. Look at the dogs. Let's go sit on my lap. Oh, hi, Pom Pom Tail. Well, I've got all three of you as my guests. Awesome. Come here. You booger. Are you ready for a shave? A nice spring shave? What's going on with your breathing, precious? What's going on? Okay. Oh my god, I got hair all over my nose now. Itchy gooey. Okay, let's see.
Sergeant, dismiss the man. Hail it, man!
This one's called The Death Loss.
How many lost, Lieutenant? 22 of them, 3 of us.
I'll be right back.
The war between the states, that bloody war, is ended. But here in the West, another war rages. From Montana to Arizona, men named Carpenter and Crook and Custer fight men called Red Cloud and Spotted Tail, Crazy Horse and Geronimo. It's a war of unparalleled horror and tragedy and savagery, of horrors beyond recounting. And yet, in the opinion of many, its most terrifying instant occurred not on the plains, but here, in the comparative safety of Fort Union, New Mexico. And not during a battle, but during a dance. And not to a soldier, but to a girl.
I wonder if this is in the regulations. Well, we better check and find out, sir. Well, by all means, first thing tomorrow. To the devil with the Apaches. So, where'd you run across them this time?
North of Las Cruces. 40-45 Braves.
Las Cruces, Doña Ana, Tortugas. Wonder what's going on down there.
Well, as a guess, I'd say Escamindon's mounting an attack.
Guesses won't feed the bulldogs. We'll have to know.
I know that, sir.
I think maybe you better have another drink. Medicinal purposes. Combats fatigue.
Thank you, sir.
Eustace? I think we can let this report go for a little while. You've been through enough. You go on back to quarters.
Well,
Surely you'd like a rest.
Well, yes, sir, but I
Well,
was...
Judas Priest, Lieutenant, you'll want to clean up a little bit before you see her anyway. You'll have plenty of time. She's at the sutler's store. They just brought in a new shipment of Eastern silk. And if I know my daughter and my wife, they'll be there half the day. Now, go on.
Yes, sir. Oh, sorry.
No. Come in, Buchanan. Come in. Eustace, this is one of the new officer replacements. Lieutenant Fairchild, Lieutenant Henry Buchanan.
I'm on it, Lieutenant.
The honor's mine, Lieutenant.
Colonel?
Buchanan, you're new in this territory. Come on, I'll show you why.
So that's Fairchild.
Hmm?
Nothing, sir.
Well, Bernice, what do you think? I don't know about the color. Oh. Now, Henry, if you muck my hair.
Henry.
Eustace, when did you get back?
About a half an hour ago.
And it took you half an hour to come and see me? Well, I don't think that's very flattering.
Who's Henry?
You jealous?
Of everybody who looks at you. Everything you brush up against. Who's Henry?
You're going to feel awfully foolish. Major Tibbs' little boy.
Oh, I see. Little Henry Tibbs, huh? The boy with the long, long arms?
I thought he was standing on a stool. You know my stepmother.
Of course I do. How are you, ma'am?
Hello. Were there any casualties, Lieutenant?
Yes, ma'am. There were 3.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How awful. I was just about to ask. Excuse me, I must buy some salt. Well, she needn't have looked so pious. I really was going to ask.
Did you ask me?
Of course. Now tell me seriously, what do you think of this?
Sometimes, Lily,
Sometimes you what?
Sometimes I forget how lovely you really are. Listen, when are we going to announce the engagement?
Soon.
Is this going to be for the new dress for the ball Saturday?
Well, I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Listen, let's announce it then. Before the first waltz.
We'll see.
Hey, do you remember this? Lum, bum, bum, bum.
Yes, of course I remember.
Lily, I thought about you so often out there.
Were any of those poor men married?
2.
Don't you usually have a little something to say to the wives?
Yeah, but it's not a task I jump at doing. Still, I suppose you're right. It does have to be done. Perhaps I'll see you tonight?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Mrs. Clark?
Good day, Lieutenant. That is a very nice young man. So, to me, he seems an exceedingly drab one. Alongside Lieutenant Buchanan, you mean? He asked me to the ball. Which he? Both. And so you accepted both. You have a very popular stepdaughter. I have a very unique stepdaughter. She's the only unmarried girl on the post. Do you know, Bernice, sometimes you sound like those wicked stepmothers in books. The ones who are always so jealous of their husband's children. If you've finished with Lieutenant Fairchild, why can't you have the kindness to tell him so? He's terribly in love with you. Lily, do you hear me? He's terribly in love with you. Oh, fiddlesticks. Besides, who says I'm through with him? A girl ought to have as many beaux as possible. At least that's what Papa tells me. Is that why you've thrown yourself so shamelessly at Lieutenant Buchanan?
Ooh, stepmama, you do sound jealous, and you're a married woman.
That's a cheap and silly thing to say to me.
Is it?
You're a vain, cruel girl. And I pity you the growing up you'll have to do.
Well, you just save your pity for someone who needs it, Bernice.
Whether you know it or not, Lily, you need it. And what do you intend to do Saturday night when 2 escorts show up?
There won't be 2. Papa, where's Las Cruces?
South. Now west.
Oh, so that's where all the new trouble is. Someone was saying you're going to have to send out a new patrol.
Somebody's got big ears.
Papa, promise me something. Don't let Eustace go.
Eustace?
He wants to, he told me.
Rubbish, he was just out.
That's what I said. I asked him why Lieutenant Buchanan couldn't take his regular patrol, and he said he could. But he didn't feel he knew the territory or the enemy as well as he did. He seemed to think this would be a very important patrol.
That could be. Matter of fact, I don't much like waiting even until tomorrow.
Eustace said it might be dangerous to send a boy out to do a man's job. He wanted to volunteer, but I wouldn't let him.
It might be much wiser for you, Missy, to leave the military affairs of this fort to the Army.
Papa, if you change your mind and let Eustace go, I'll die.
If you died as often as you threatened to, Lily, I couldn't afford the funeral bills.
Oh, Papa.
Now, scat.
Miss Lily, I admire you so very much. I admire your sense, your soul, and...
Good evening.
Why, Lieutenant Fairchild, how nice to see you. You're acquainted with Lieutenant Buchanan, I believe?
We've met. Well, it's getting late, Miss Lily, and I have an early patrol tomorrow morning.
Wrong. I have the patrol, and it's tonight.
You have it.
You heard me.
But my name was posted.
The colonel changed his mind.
If he did, Lieutenant, I'm certain he had a good reason.
Well, let's say that the colonel had a very pretty reason.
I think I'd better look into this. Miss Lily?
My, how little Henry Tibbs has grown up.
May I remind you, Eustace, that you are not my lord and master yet. And the way I feel now, you may never be.
That's odd, Lily. Because I feel the same way. You see, I just stopped by to tell you that, your little plan had worked. I hope you and little Henry have a pleasant time Saturday. Good night, ma'am.
Eustace. You just don't understand me at all, do you?
I'm late, Lily. The men are going to be waiting for me.
Apparently, Papa told you about my going to see him. Did he also tell you the promise I made him give?
What promise?
Papa's always said he'd never allow me to marry a lieutenant. Now, what does that suggest to you? Especially if you make a good record in the patrol.
Captain's boys. Huh? Lily, are you telling me the truth?
Make a good record, Eustace.
Oh, Lily.
They say the French and English knights used to go into battle with their ladies' handkerchiefs against their hearts. Am I your lady, Eustace?
You're my world.
Come back soon.
I'd come back from hell to be with you.
And then, oh, Eustace, son.
Lily, you're my world. Lily. Lily. Lily.
Eustace? Eustace, are you out there? Answer me. Eustace! Don't you ever knock? What are you doing up? What time is it? Almost 4. Lily, what's the matter, Bernice? Why do you look like that? Bernice, what's the matter? They called your papa over to the headquarters building. The patrol. Lily!
That's one. Another one is it cost me 18 men to learn I'm in no danger of attack.
Papa?
Lily, what are you doing here? Get on home. Please take the girl home.
Come on, what happened?
Colonel!
Henry, what happened?
There was an ambush, Lily.
Where's Eustace?
Lily, he didn't come back.
Of course he came back. He just spoke to me. Where's Lieutenant Fairchild?
He's dead, miss.
Why do you all lie to me? Why are you lying to me?
Miss Lily, he died in my arms.
When?
3 hours ago. Maybe 4.
This is what I meant by growing up, Lily. Let me take you back to the house. Leave me alone. I'm all right. I don't need anybody's help.
Good afternoon, Miss Lily.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant.
May I sit down?
Of course.
It's very warm. For March.
Very.
Miss Lily, I want to express my sympathy. I know how much you meant to Lieutenant Fairchild and how much he meant to you. I spoke to the colonel about the ball. I suggested canceling it in view of everything that's happened. But he seems to feel that everything should continue as scheduled. Matter of morale. Naturally, you won't want to come.
Why not?
Well, I simply assumed.
You assume too much. Everyone assumes too much. Lieutenant Fairchild and I were very good friends, nothing more. What am I supposed to do? Throw myself on a burning ghat like some Hindu priestess? It was a dreadful thing to have happened, but it was not my fault.
Nobody thinks it was your fault, Lily.
I don't want to be alone, especially Saturday night. Take me to the ball. Dance with me for hours and hours.
I will.
I need someone to love me.
I love you, Lily. You're my world.
How did you do that?
Do what?
Why did you imitate him that way?
Imitate who?
Don't you tell me you didn't. I just heard you.
I swear.
Henry, you go back to your barracks. You get away from me. Thank you very much, Lieutenant Gage. My card's all filled up, but maybe we could sit one out later. Thank you, Lieutenant.
Lily, I'm going to hate to lose you to anybody. Excuse me.
How do you feel? Oh, wonderful. Especially since I met Lieutenant Gage. What about Lieutenant Buchanan? I saw him by the punch bowl. He said you'd promised to marry him. Really? How odd. Oh, Lily. Oh, now really, Bernice, if that shocked expression froze on your face, wouldn't you look a sight? You haven't learned a thing. Oh, yes, I have. I've learned not to take life so seriously. You know, that's something you...
When you build your online store with GoDaddy, it's easy to sell everywhere your customers shop.
Commercial.
You should learn.
Excuse me, Colonel. Yes, certainly.
Lily, our waltz.
On March the 30th, 1869, in the Sutler store at Fort Union, New Mexico, a young girl died. Now, there is no doubt about that. The disagreement centers around how she died. Some of the witnesses say that Lily Clark danced alone that night. Some of them say that she danced with a man they didn't recognize. The rest maintain that her partner was E.R. Fairchild, Lieutenant, U.S. Cavalry, deceased. Impossible? Of course it is. I mean, one of the certain facts in this often absurd and very uncertain world is the fact that there can be no such thing as a ghost. Or can there?
Well, that was interesting. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Do a free collective message. Thanks everyone who maybe came by tonight, got a reading, didn't get a reading, came to watched the movie or just came to chill out. Spirit, what do we need to know now and about the not too distant future from now? What do we need to know, Spirit? Change is definitely coming this new moon in regards to your resilience, your mental wealth, your mental clarity, as well as your life in general. And it is a good change to see that 8 of Cups and that King of Swords. Lots of room for emotional and financial security coming in with this Knight of Pentacles as the energy behind those 2 other cards. I'll be back a little bit later. I'll see you guys soon, hopefully. Thanks everyone who came by tonight. Like the live, subscribe. I'll see you a little bit later tonight. Bye-bye.